I'm going to share my views on this, and this is just my views, and not everybody may agree with this. But it was the conversation I had with this person this morning. So the type of mindset is there are three phases to it, Z. First one, a cold call. I think on average will last anywhere between 5 to 7 minutes. But the problem is a lot of people treat cold calls like a full blown discovery.
Mm.
You are interrupting somebody, and the goal within that is should we be speaking to that person? So do they have a problem? Do they have the problem that you help with? And are they interested in seeing how that problem could be fixed? That is the goal on my cold call from a first point. But I could ask some discovery questions such as, what are you currently using? How is that going for you? What are you looking to improve? Again, I'm just trying to figure out, is there any appetite or should we be speaking to this person? Let's say by the end of that 5 to 7 minutes, you're like, "Do you know what? Yeah, we've got a problem. We're willing to look at things to fix it. Cool. Let's schedule 10-minute call where I can ask a couple more questions to tailor the demo so you actually see what you want to see rather than something boring and generic." And at the end of that 10 minutes, the goal again, it should be, should we still be speaking to them? Do they have a timeline? Do they have additional stakeholders? Is this something they're looking to figure out in the next 6 to 12 months? Is it a valid op? Is what I'm trying to think of. If by the end of those 10 minutes, Z, we've got that, that's when I would move them to potentially a demo. Now, what I see happening in a lot of people that I coach is they go cold call and they book straight into demo. But what I've noticed as an ex-manager, and Alana, maybe you can attest to this, is conversion drops because it's a nice to have, it's not fully qualified. They said, yeah, we'll join the demo, but they have no ideas of actually wanting to buy. But what I found as a former manager is that if we did a cold call, we did a mini discovery call, qualified that this is something worthwhile going for, we would book in the demo. Conversion from, discovery to demo was much higher. But that's just my mindset. Z, how does that land with you, bro?
I'll be honest, that's actually the first time I've kind of heard that perspective. It's quite refreshing. Yeah, normally everyone just bangs on about cold call straight to discovery. So in terms of the cold call role play, like obviously when I do it, it's on Wednesday. Do you do you think that's how I should kind of approach it? Kind of approach it from like booking on that follow up and not exactly the demo? Because what he did say, from what I understand, is I'll basically get two chances. I'll get the first chance to obviously do the role play, and he'll give me feedback, and then I'll get a chance to rerun it. So kind of, do you think I should? That's the approach.
Without knowing like the scenario, I don't know, and I don't want to give you the wrong advice. But something you could ask is, what is their process before you start that role play? So you could say, sales leader. In some companies I've worked with, they go from cold call book straight to demo. Or in some companies, they go cold call, discovery before demo. How does it work in your company? And then I know which way you're going to go. But here's the other thing, you got two chances. And I think another bit of unsolicited advice is don't put too much pressure on yourself. What they're
Mm,
looking for, Z, is can somebody do this or do they have the makeup to do this? And we will provide the product and sales training in our company. But
mm.
can you actually hold a conversation? Are you listening? Are you asking questions? And are you following at least some sort of structure? That's what a hiring manager is looking for.
Yeah, there was actually. It's funny. I had an interview like last week with a different company, and obviously you can give me your opinion on this. He actually said, we were speaking about the whole kind of process and everything. He said you don't want to sell. You don't want to sell the solution on the phone. You want to sell the next meeting. So does that mean? Obviously, you can clear this up. Does that mean I don't even mention really the product side of things? Just basically uncover their pain. That's the main objective.
Yeah, I would agree. Like a main objective is to figure out, do they have a pain?